Holy shit.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going here? Hope you guys are doing well. It is early for me. Well, I mean, it's only 7:50. How are you still so tired? Yes, yes, I am so tired. Anyway, I'm not sure what's happening right now, but we should be getting two battles today. We got Thief Quest versus uh Vanguard A. Vanguarda? So we have for the first match we should have the Thief Quest versus Vanguarda, and then for the second match we have Full Metal versus Invictus. I was hoping I Envy was going to be Invictus. But right now I'm not getting any clean feed, and it seems to be going a little bit slower. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the commentary. But other than that, we're just gonna have to wait until we get something. Are we live? Not yet. Video cut itself in half just now. Yeah, there's an error for the video for that one, so video feed is cooked. Oh, hello. Let's see you there. Oh, there was a little pause in there, so I hope that doesn't happen continuously. Should be getting. Where's the zombie? Zombie, zombie, zombie. developer stream still cooked. It is live. For some reason the video feed is just not working. That's concerning. Hmm. Looks like we're going to be seeing the Pickman stage, but unfortunately the Twitch developer stream is still cooked. That's going to be unfortunate. But anyway, we got the Vanguarda versus Feet Quest. So the Pickman is going to be... What are we going to see? Ban on Linwu Fortress for Vanguarda. And ban on Harbor City. Interesting, interesting. Vanguard chooses to attack on Constantinopolis. We've seen Constantinopolis twice in 2 days, and let me tell you that the battles on Constantinopolis have been brutal, to say the least. Thief Quest decides to attack on Heilong Fjord. Going to be interesting to see. Hope they fix the error before the batches start. But anyway, the match on Heilong Fjord is about to begin. Looks like we're gonna see Thief Quest attack first. So many errors. Ooh, Rangada going in with a lot of tier 4s, but a lot of tier 5s going out for Thief Quest. Just very quickly. Only a couple of short swords. A lot of long swords still being picked out still, so that's quite interesting indeed. And the signal's been cut off. What are you doing, buddy? Ah, there we go. Congratulations, your stream is fixed. But anyway, back to
Yeah,
the
and
matter at
so
hand, the battle.
from the map, from the action of both teams, looks like the defender.
Oh no, that was coming out from the other thing. Alright. I'm still a bit worried. Vanguard coming out with a lot of tier 4s means that they're going to lose in a straight up brute force fight. Thief Quest going very slow here. Not taking the wall almost instantly. They're splitting up their forces. We got 5 guys on the B side, and we got 10 guys probably on the A side. Looks like they're scouting that front gate. Does look like they have enough. Looks like they're going to approach. Vanguard did not seem to have set up on the wall, so full retreat here. Pulls back. Again, surprised that
Yeah,
Thief
yeah.
Quest didn't just beat
Nafaga,
down
Nafaga.
the gates. Should have just easily been able to beat down the gate,
Most
since
of
there's not
the
really much holding them back.
the unit modal, like we already said several times, the modal in this season.
Cross.
Yeah, it's still working on that one at least. Whoa! Massive switch over to the B side. I think they've already spotted it. Surprising move indeed. I would probably still have a token force going towards that A side. Go straight for that supply point. Your back force should go straight for the supply point, cutting them off here at this corner. Your primary force, 10 guys, while you also have a token force taking the B side. Good old sandwich here. And not to mention, this is trebable. This section is massively trebable. At least 3 trebs can come in among the 6, I believe, that's on this field. Winged Asars not being engaged properly. Loyal Guards getting burned down into smithereens. I mean, into dust. We've got some condottieri. Again, the forces at the B section has been broken down. Supply point not taken, so this is not a good look for Thief Quest. Thief Quest losing on the B. Now their back line's about to be... Whoa, no, they're just going to be surrounded here. Loyal Guards coming up onto this Medal, and then probably we got some Nafan Guards coming out for the defenders. The defenders are going to move up the Nafan Guards to destroy. The Palace Guards finally got flanked by the Loyal Guards. Going to be finished off here. Here comes a Winged Assault charge? Question mark? I don't think those Winged Assaults charged at the time. Sacrificial push towards the B side. They're going to have a quick switch towards the A side. Not going to let them have any rest at all. But where's your troops? All good and dandy to see that you are willing to fight, but no troops on the field means that nothing's happening. Finally, Iron Reapers to the front. We got some Pike Militia. Both sides staring down each other. Pike Militia, not veteran. Middle line, surprisingly. Cutting through the shields. But that Nafan Guard just burnt down your heavy hitter. That's got to be upsetting. Whoa, grape shots in spades coming out. Some Tundra humans seem to have swiped the back section. Got all the way through, in fact. But the Nafan Guards are still on the field, coming out for the defenders. The defenders really need to take out those Nafan Guards soon. We got some Javelin, Imperial Javelineers here. Very surprising to see these guys on the field. Not seeing very many Javelins. Shooting directly into the center. Not sure if it cut through them, but the wave is coming. We got a nice charge out of the Iron Reapers, switching to sword immediately, going into Tiger Step, cutting through that shield wall. Loyal Guard and the Imperial Spear Guard taken out. Some Tundra units in the back. You need those medals to be braced in order to deal with these. Does look like those Tundra humans will be finished off, but the slow march of infantry doesn't seem to be withstanding the amount of fire coming out. We got some tertials around that corner, hiding behind. We got some Imperial Pikes coming up. Medal also coming up. We got Shield Maidens holding the line. Whoa, unfortunately, those Nafan guards have come back again. Third time. Come on. Can you take them out, or are you going to let these guys deal with you piecemeal? B and A both getting attacked. Thief Quest is eating it really hard. The commitment here from Vanguard defending the A and B point is intense. I was worried that the unit quality would be the changing factor, but doesn't look like Thief Quest was using their unit quality to their advantage. Well, at least doesn't seem like they could. Now Guards are still on the field. Even just two of them, three of them. Whoa, no, wait, it's a different squad, I think. No fear at all here. Going in for another round of volley here. Pushing Thief Quest right out. Magnificent performance coming out from Vanguard, but I think Thief Quest definitely dug themselves in a hole here, not being able to deal with those Nafan guards at any stage of the battle. They tried, but they failed. With less than 15 seconds to go, even if they went for the B point, I don't think they would be able to get it. Congratulations, Vanguard. You have won the defense, but can you win your attack as well? Thief Quest, very unfortunate. You gotta really deal with those Nafan guards, or bring Nafan guards of your own. Not sure if I caught on whether or not they brought their own Nafan guards. Thief Quest doing very poorly by the looks of it. Whoa. Thief Quest took out the Metallators, actually, by the looks of it. Only a couple. Not a lot. And my face has been missing the entire time. Oh my goodness. What am I doing, folks? My lovely, lovely face has been missing for that entire stream. I'm sorry. But my lovely, lovely face is back now, so I hope you guys continue to enjoy the stream. Not sure if my face really matters. This mole rocking in top rank and right now for Vanguard. But only a 103 KDA. So I mean like kill, death, and assist. 123 unit kills though. 989 leadership value. Pretty intense, if I do have to say so. But then again, moles are pretty great soloing units. Their damage is quite imposing. Now we're just going to have to wait for the next battle to begin. So we'll have a small intermission in the meantime. So hope you guys stick around for the next battle. Oh, scratching my ankle here. Mm. What you gonna do when It's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Right now they're talking about new units, so I mean, like, it was not unexpected for them to always add in more units, but they were just talking about how the Berserkers were not a choice for the pro players. Again, Berserkers in and of themselves, like, are not hard to deal with, but they can easily go out of control. Madao, however, are difficult to deal with, but don't go out of control like Berserkers do. Madaos don't. Madaos can't exactly just brute force through everything, and they can actually get themselves in a bad situation. Berserkers, however, have the ability to almost brute force through everything, and they're not in a bad situation because that's what they want to do. They want to just fight. Medals don't particularly want to just always fight. Sometimes they want to draw out the enemy by dragging the battle on and using their natural stat. Well, their 20% damage resistance when they're brace and the powerful Medal order. Seriously, that thing's unblockable and it causes CC. It's an amazing ability. It's free damage and it's a CC, so they can go straight back into brace. And since it's very difficult to stay to push into a Medal because of those two abilities, it's just insanity that to force a Medal in to force through a Medal. But you can you can pile on a Berserker sometimes. Well, you can pile on anything really. I'm just saying is that the Medal staying power is crazy strong and should not be slighted. It should not be slighted in the at all because even in comparatively, Berserkers have again like are designed badly. They're designed in such a way that it just makes it impossible to just deal with them without something that just blows them out of the water. So Medals are a good example of like a unit that blows Berserkers out of the water. The first thing is that they don't die to the Berserker's damage, and Berserkers running into Medals is a dumb idea because they take extra damage by running into the Medal, and you know it's just silly. It's just silly that you would have this um, kind of comparison between the units when you don't really need to. But anyway, we got the second battle about to begin. Looking very closely here. Thief Quest has pulled out a couple of their Iron Reapers, not using as many tier 5s as they did before, bringing in quite a few tier 4s as well. So, does look like brute forcing is slowing down for the South America division. More commonly, we see one tier 5, one tier 4, and then whatever remains, mainly a tier 3 or a tier 2. Mostly a tier 2. Sometimes you can get a tier 3 in. Or maybe the tier 3 is coming in from some other one. The interesting pick here are the Loyal Guards, the Imperial Spear Guards, and we got two Tushals coming out for Vanguarder. Two Narfine Guards coming out for Thief Quest. The two Narfine Guards have been a signature for another team a while back. Not sure. Not sure what their plan are, but I wish them luck here. Definitely seems like it's going to be a difficult match. Well, maybe it's going to be an easy match. But remember, folks, Vanguard did win their primary defense. They won their defense, sorry. So Thief Quest is going to also have to win the defense on Constantinopolis in order to send it into a tiebreaker. Love to see them fight it out on the field. But right now, Constantinopolis is the map we're playing on. I'm guessing it's going to be a long hold at C. Classically, we have seen the defenders just retreat straight into C. C is a great hold choke point for the enemy. is basically a fortress within a fortress. The outer walls can be given up. Again, you can be distracted by the A and B side, but you don't necessarily need to hold it like Heilong Fjord. Again, A and B are pretty okay-ish to hold, but C is much easier to hold. But on Heilong Fjord, C is more difficult to hold, I would say. You have less choke points, to say the least. Look like Thief Quest retreated straight back in, not using any of the siege weapons beginning. I would focus on the main gate once, well, I would just focus on the main gate, bring it down fast if I don't see counterfire. Take it out, go inside. Don't need to be courteous by taking out those siege weapons. I don't know what this one Skyrus is doing. Vanguard taking a slow approach, pushing up all of the siege weapons. A bit of a waste of time here. You only get about 6 minutes once you're inside and take the A and the B point. I guess they're taking the cautious approach. Realistically, no fight at all should happen at the A and B point. And as you can see, Thief Quest has no intention of moving out to defend A or B. So again, going to be a slow start. No action is going to happen for quite a bit, if I say so. Well, with the A and B point finally taken, does look like Vanguard seems to want to contest this east side supply point, west side supply point. There goes a Treb. I think two of them will land in, but I think it might be shallow. Yep, it's shallow. Whoa! One of the Trebs goes hard. That was a time to just charge in. Any shield charge straight into those water brushers would wipe them out. But we got some Nafan guards here in the corner. Got Shield Maidens leading the way. Shield Maidens versus Shield Maidens here. Brute forcing straight for those Nut Vanguards in the corner. Go, go, go. Short swords. Vanguard knows what they're doing. Those Nut Vanguards are very, very valuable. But they are destroyed. This west side supply point got taken super easy by the looks of it. But it was actually a combination of skills from the players here. But only 3 versus, I'm going to say, a stack of 10. Maybe 7 or 8, realistically. The only problem here is that small door. It's not really a good place to, how to say, throw units through. You'd only want to throw a token force in, because if the defenders hold that door, it's going to be very brutal to try to go through it. Counter-mortaring is happening from the defenders. Taking out another mortar, I assume. I assume there used to be another mortar next to him. Grape shot's being deployed. They have huge stacks here. I wonder if they notice that they're getting hammered. They recognize that the west side has been taken. They could go for a complete surround if the defenders are static. But I think the complete surround would just be a bait, more or less. Well, I would bait them out for a complete surround. I'd send everyone on this east side supply point up towards the north side supply point. Take that north side supply point. Even if they take back the if they try to go for the west one, you can stranglehold that stairs really easily. And if they go for the outer one, which is the one closest to A, it's going to be very easy for respawns to collapse on them from either side. As long as they got that wall down, and the front gate should be open. No muskets on the wall here, patrolling and spotting the enemy here. I guess they're relying on the guy at the back with the mortar to spot the enemy. But the approach is slow. Lots of mortaring happening. No counterfire. Looks like the counterfiring, it did end. Probably ran out of ammo. Shooting like crazy here. Look at those mortars go. They're going to try to... That corner is a corner of death, as you really need to just exit that section. They're taking no chances here. Vanguard wants to do this good. They want to do this in one shot. That absolute mess of a corner. Look at it. Black and fire here. Honestly, you could still fire mortars as you run in. I would start throwing in units one by one, start surrounding this C, and still fire these mortars, because that would be terrifying. Because I'm pretty sure they're all locked up in the tower here. If they come out of this tower, they immediately get mortared. Jeez, yeah, they're all stacked up in the tower, trying to protect themselves here. Looks like they've healed up and decided. They're presenting themselves, so they think they're running out of mortar shots here. The mortar shot just came in here. This is where, like, the this is an example of what happened at the Gallipoli charge. The artillery stopped firing, and so the enemy got ready too early. The artillery still needs to fire, yeah, but so the enemy is not ready on this on the right-hand side from our perspective. Honestly, going through that front is a death sentence, even if you do have mortar fire most of the time. Again, you're going to be some man down, because you've got to have someone suppress that left-hand side when you come in for the attackers. I would take down that wall. This wall here in front of us on the right-hand side needs to go down. Go behind. Go around. Vanguard knows that this is a difficult take, and they've done it slow. They've done a lot of damage, but giving the enemy time to heal up, to prepare. I don't know whether or not they're healing up properly. They should be worse for wears. Another hero goes down. Thief Quest is getting caught like crazy here. Looks like those mauls are working in tandem. One going up, catching one, throwing him down. The other one brings him across and finish him off in the pike pile, or just any regular infantry pile. What are they waiting for? They're all ready. They've waited 2 minutes, or a minute here. But it's kicked off. Fort of Russia with Imperial Spearguard and a massive push from the other side. They're going to trap these guys inside the tower. Good job making the flank on U2 turn into the pinch on your guys' side. The attacker's doing an amazing job right now. Nafan guards here on the front, taken out by the spear. Nicely done. Only 3 Nafan guards left. That's half the squad gone, and the effectiveness dropped massively. But the swarm from the attackers is so devastating. Massive. They were waiting for the enemy to throw their units back to heal. Very surprising that they coordinated that. This musket is going to be trapped on the other side. I do not believe the defenders has what it takes to suppress this tidal wave of units just hammering them through. Looking at the units also retreat out. That's a very bad look. Unfortunately, the Imperial Pike Guard did not march through those medalls, but unfortunate. Oh, those loyal guards, where you going? They're running, leaving the medalls to hold off the tidal wave. They're not slowing down, in fact, they're actually looking towards... No, did they pull off? Looks like they did pull off. That was fast. That was devastating. Timing! Absolute timing from Vanguarda, crushing the defense almost instantly, catching half of it in retreat and the other half static. Really were not prepared for a fight, or didn't look like Thief Quest wanted to fight, and so that was their massive downfall. Getting healed up and ready for the second assault. This is only the second battle, and honestly, when two teams kick it off real hard, there's only going to be 2 battles in the end, and it's going to be mighty. Well, I mean, like, what I was trying to say is, when in strategy games, sometimes people, not people, in strategy games, sometimes it only takes one decisive battle in order to determine the winner, and it can be the same for Conqueror's Blade, but in this case, the number of units and definitely their quality really matter here. Taking that brutal loss there should already tell you that Vanguard is up massively, but that doesn't mean that Thief Quest is out just yet. An 8-minute hold on the base point. I've seen longer holds on this base point, so they have 850 units, but they're down 300 units. That is what's also important. So nice fire. Suppressing fire is coming out like crazy here. Tertials doing their job. Bang, bang, bang. Also, some close-range mortars just being deployed just now. We got some Metallators out for the attackers as well. Vanguard are doing the good old shield walls. I haven't seen a good old shield wall in ages. And these guys are doing it well. Very unfortunate letting those Iron Reapers get shot for free. I think you can afford to move up again. Iron Reapers again not being controlled properly. You gotta watch your units. Watch your units closely. And you gotta position them in a way that is advantageous. Wow, we have like 3 sets of tertials by the looks of it. The battle has kicked off. Pillars are going to block the defenders from a proper engagement. This is... the defenders are choke holding themselves, and they kicked off a battle where they have no range support, but wants to push out the enemy. Vanguard is got all the advantages and none of the downsides right now. Look at them go. Nafan guards are also in the mix here for the attackers, but this right-hand side is the one that is most dense. moved over. Yes, Metallators have moved over and shooting the right-hand side now. Now Vanguards and the Terrestrials are shooting into that pile of Medals. Medals doing very well at holding the line, but I don't think they're going to be able to be standing for very much longer as the range fire comes in. I think we're just about ready to see a massive push out from Vanguard. Vanguard really wants to win this in no questions style. Unfortunately, I had to switch over to the developer stream here. Vanguard also pushing out. Wow, they also had two enough Vanguards. I didn't realize that. Or maybe I had the team switched. Does look like the Jewel Blade tried to take out some of the Metallators, but realized that he was doing a futile job there. Needs someone on the point. Lots of people. A solid hold, in fact. We got shields, we got pikes, we got shields, we got more pikes. I call Medal pikes anyway. But that is a solid hold. Nothing getting through that easily. Man, sorry for the shit quality there. The clean feed. Clean feed actually recorded all that, and it's going to flip, and then it died. I'm just going to quickly show you the scoreboard here. Vanguard doing extraordinarily well. Not as many kills as I expected, but still, the Mole getting 606 is still amazing. But not as many kills as I expected. But then again, only with two major engagements. Vanguard didn't send Thief Quest into a complete mess. But that being said, Vanguard did win, so it's 2-0. Vanguard wins this matchup. They will go on to the top 8. Unfortunately, Thief Quest will not, and this was the last time we'll get to see Thief Quest for this season. Hopefully you return next season, but we'll have to say Vanguard are really showing that they have a good strategy going on. Probably not the complete end-all be-all strategy, but doing very well in pushing Thief Quest into a tight corner. Didn't really give them much breathing room, if I do say so. Alrighty. The next set of battles should be... I did say this earlier, but let's just double check. Next set of battles should be Full Metal versus Invictus. We should be watching these guys kick it off in around about 9 minutes at least. Well, maybe it'll take maybe more than 9 minutes to set up the battle. So we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. So we'll be back in roughly around 10 minutes. 8. So I'll see you guys then. Yeah, you're lucky. They didn't realize it until you said. Well, I mean, you told me, I told them. Uh, yeah. So they got that fixed eventually. Yeah, I know the drops. They couldn't get rid of it. Sorry. So the drops will. There's the finals drop that will happen on the thing, but uh, we'll see. I mean, there should. We'll see if the finals, if there's another finals bundle in the afternoon today. But I hope there is. I mean, you just missed the you just missed, holy crap. Thief Quest versus Vanguarda. Vanguarda winning on both the Heilong Fjord, oh, sorry, not Heilong Fjord. No, yeah, the Heilong Fjord defense and their attack on Constantinopolis. So, Thief Quest is out for the South America division, and we have Vanguarda winning. They were Vanguarda was pretty impressive, I do have to say, in terms of just overall strategy. The attack on Constantinopolis is very. It, it was very impressive to see how well Vanguarda pulled off the attack. I'm not sure whether or not it's because Thief Quest was weaker, but it definitely shows that Vanguarda had a strategy, a good strategy, in fact, and it really drove Thief Quest into kind of like what to say, a corner, and they pushed through Thief Quest really easily twice. Their most impressive display, I would have to say, was when they pushed into the base point and they made the defenders try to push them out, but they would choke. But you know how on Constantinopolis, when you're at the base point and the pillars get interfere with your unit formation, Vanguard didn't push into those. They made the defenders push into them through those, and it was just a bad move by Thief Quest. But at the same time, I applaud Vanguarda for. I don't know whether or not they made the enemy do that, or the fact that they set up like that. It's just impressive to me. So it was a good fight indeed. It really showed off the strategic mind of Vanguarda. Thief Quest, not so much. Thief Quest again played pretty awkwardly actually on their initial attack on Hylon Fjord. They did this weird swing from A to B. So they had 5 guys on the B side. So you know how Hylon Fjord's got the A and the B. Well, most maps have A and B, but the Hylon Fjord map is was quite interesting to see that they did a massive swing from A to B because they had 5 guys on the B point, 10 guys on the A point. They walked through the A point and then decided everyone to retreat and go to the B side. Again, the mistake there is, yeah, they got pretty hammered. The mistake there was that FeedQuest threw everyone to the B side. So by the time they went all the way around the wall in order to get to the B side, Vanguard had just shifted right across the bridge. FeedQuest was okay coming in to the B section, but they got surrounded. They got surrounded real easy, and I'm not sure what to say about that. It really, yeah, Vanguard really caught FeedQuest even when they were at their strongest with all 15 members in the battle. They caught FeedQuest in a bad situation and just crushed them. Positioning of the Nafan guards were probably one of the most crucial thing. The funniest thing is on the Constantinopolis defense for FeedQuest, they had their Nafan guards on the west side supply, only defended by two guys. The hilarious thing is that Vanguard just crushed them really easily. Just three. Sorry, they had a shield maiden, they had a border brasher protecting that west side with an avant-garde. They crushed the shield maidens. They crushed the border brasher. Went straight after those Nafan guards, and that west side was taken with brute force. There, no extra defense came down from the C section. So it was pretty devastating for like the small defeats are really what drove um FeedQuest into like they acted really scared and not trying to win battles that they should win. They know like it felt like FeedQuest knew where they needed to be, but didn't understand how to make those situations a win. They had a force on the west side supply point. They needed the west side supply point because the important thing about the west side supply point is that it's actually faster than their north side supply point. So even if they get surrounded, as long as they have that west side supply point, they can always supply into the C point. So they didn't hold it. So they had to rely on that backside supply point. Vanguard not going for that backside supply point as well is very interesting, but I think they realized that since they had only half their forces, I mean, half, around about 5 guys was on that map, on the west side. I think it's not that they weren't prepared. I think the Feed Quest didn't work together. That's probably what was the problem. Thief Quest had 15 players, but it felt like each of those 15 players um were playing very statically. Like you know how people set up their units one by one in a row, and they don't like their units to move. That's how Thief Quest felt like they were being played. They put people in position and expected the players to then win the battle once the engagement like you're trusting the AI of the units to rely on themselves in order to win battles, but you you yourself has divided those pieces up into locations where the enemy is just going to crush your units one by one. It's like you divided yourself up already. They weren't working in a way that they could bring all of their force to bear. They were working in a way where a couple of guys defend here, a couple of guys defend there. That's not how you defend. That's not how you work. You need to work with your team, and you need to really hammer home the flexibility that is required for each of the players. Thief Quest is just a matter of their teamwork being lacking, just lacking in teamwork. But anyway, we got the Invictus versus Full Metal pick ban. We got Constantinopolis being banned for Invictus. seems like South America is specialized in dealing with or fighting on Constantinopolis, and Full Metal banning Linwu Fortress. It's a 10v10 map. It's very interesting to ever see Linwu Fortress. Linwu Fortress will be forced for the finals, so it's going to be very interesting when we see those. But what are you going to choose for your attacking maps? I'm very interested to see with both Constantinopolis and Linwu Fortress kicked off the table. We see one Invictus going for Wall Fort. What is Full Metal going for? Don't tell me it is also Wall Fort or Harbor City, because those are very common maps. Double Wall Fort we'll get to see today. Invictus versus Full Metal. It's hard. It's hard to explain good plays, but it's easy. Is no longer a field battle for the final battle. No. Okay. It's a best of 3 and a best of 7. The field battle only happens if it's a tie. Remember? So they both each. So if the teams win one each, it'll enter a field battle for the tiebreaker. The finals will have 2 Linwu fortresses by default, then 2 pick ban stages. Well, I mean, they'll have a pick and ban, so there'll be 2 battles, 2 extra sieges there. Best of 7? Hope it's a best of 5. If it's a best of 7, that's a long ass battle. Yeah, it's a pick. Alright, interesting. A best of 7 for the finals. Holy cow. Hang on, I gotta look up the rules for that one. Okay, so yeah, the final battle is a best of 7. So there's actually there's 2 pick ban phases. So I was right. Well, I wasn't technically right, by the way. It's going to be a long. It's going to be a long 2 hours. They gave um. So we have the MENA finals. My 5 o'clock. No, my 6 o'clock. Sorry, which is approximately 9 hours from now. And they allocated like 3 hours to it. Whether or not it actually goes for that long is another question. No, they allocated 2 hours to it. But if it's a best of 7, I think you could cram in. I think you could cram in 7 battles. I think it would definitely go overtime though. But anyway, we have the Wall Fort battle between Invictus versus Full Metal about to begin. So yeah. Hmm. The most interesting thing I've seen out of the South America team is the number of tertials. Tertials. Range units that are not just the Metallators or the Nafan guards have been used to great effect on the South America side. Whether or not that's because the battles last a little bit longer or they've been able to keep these guys alive. Both teams from Full Metal and Invictus going in with around about 5 short swords each. Interesting as well is that most South American teams have been coming in with the moles. 2 moles have been quite classically the limit on the classes. Interested to see that Full Metal only going in with 2 muskets. Muskets have also been a very popular class that you see quite a bit. But no enough on guards for the defenders, so I'm not sure if that's going to bite them in the ass here. Or maybe I was blind. I'm going to just double check if there was any enough on guards. Enough on guards coming out for Invictus, but not for Full Metal. We'll see Invictus attacking first, but Full Metal is defending first. Yeah, I was right. No enough on guards, and my clean feed croaked again. My goodness. Sorry, folks. I'm going to switch over to the developer stream right now as I try to fix my clean feed croaks and tries to fix itself. But for the first few minutes, we're not going to see very much action, or are we? Here on the small fort, we have 6 versus 3, maybe 7 versus 3 actually. Jewel Blade did climb over. Cameraman, we need to go over to that left-hand side. The battle is... You saw a Brassian Wildflame? Malnective. Wow, okay. I didn't catch the Brassian Wildflame. Maybe a replacement for the Nafan Guards. A cheaper alternative, and will do very well. Grey Hair Garrison's absolutely savage beating up on these Shield Maidens right now. But the Shield Maidens aren't mounting. That is a lot of them. Nice smash. Those Shield Maidens actually broke through the Grey Hair Garrison. I think the Grey Hair Garrisons were were out of position there, positioned very strangely. Grey Hair Garrison also on the other pile. We've got 2 sets of Shield Maidens? Yeah, 2 sets of Shield Maidens coming through here. Are they going to go straight across? We got some Iron Cap Swordsmen. Does not look... They're retreating from that bridge. Does look like they think it's not feasible. But they'll finish off this Iron Cap Swordsman. First time in a while we've seen Berserkers on the field. No! They've actually gone straight across. Invictus, no fear. If this goes down, this is going to kill a lot of people. I would treb that Culverin because I wouldn't want any of my guys to die. With the second Quake, that means it's less than 25%. They're moving right across. They killed another hero. There's barely anyone probably defending the B point here. I think that bridge should have fallen by now. They're still shooting it, so it's not dead just yet. A charge straight into the Medals, the Shield Maidens. Whoa, what a treb! That's a bad treb if I ever saw one. Straight into the location where you're trying to push into. So they did have to pull off their attack, letting the Medals get away. Risk of friendly fire. These guys might be trapped here as the bridge might have already gone down. We're not sure just yet. Rocking up over here. We've got the Invictus taking the B point. Nicely done, in fact. I thought the bridge was going to go down. Did not look like those Grey Hair Garrisons held those did not hold those ladders properly. Right across, down they go. It does look like a massive retreat out from the defenders. Since losing B, no point holding A. Good strategy. Cut your losses. Quite hefty losses for the defenders. We're talking around 100 or so units down. They did pick up a little bit, but it was only a couple of Shield Maidens. Pretty sure that was a great exchange for them. But Shield Maidens are still a tier 5. They're not extraordinarily costly, more than a tier 4, but I would say at least 25%, worth 25% more. I'm going to switch back to the clean feed because I think the clean feed is stable. Going to be a few seconds behind, but... Well. Invictus is already on the ground. 10 minutes to go for the C point. This is good. This is good for Invictus. They've made a lot of progress. They have a lot of time as well. The base point has classically been a point which has been either captured quickly or the battle's been sided decisively. The C point is really, realistically, the true decisive battle. If the attackers get the C point, the defenders realistically have all lost the base point. There has been some good holds. Wow, Metallitor's shooting very far away. I guess the defenders want to try to poke down the enemy. Those Metallitors will only be shooting for roughly around about a minute before they run out of ammo. But each shot is devastating. One Iron Reaper got caught out here as well. Looking at the dead bodies, probably... damn it. 10 or so units have died in the meantime, and I'm going to have to switch back. Come on. Clean feed, getting just destroyed. We got Nafan Guards right here on the front side. Does look like Bracian Wild Flames chucking straight into this pile to mass effect. To mass effect. They've also taken out a couple of the Nafan Guards in the back here. Wow, that is amazing. Imperial Pike March coming out. They also got surrounded by Imperial Pikes in the back, but it does look like the Palace Guard's taking care of them. Holy shit. Massive pickup for Full Metal. Those Bracian Wild Flames should not be underestimated. They completely allowed the defending side to dominate that battle, even through Nafan Guards. Nafan Guards actually got taken out by the Bracian Wild Flames. Do I call it a counter, or do I call it... I'm pretty sure it's a counter. Bracian Wild Flames taking out those Nafan Guards is hilarious. Not to mention, it's very difficult to watch this happen, but if the Nafan Guard explode, it does 1200 damage. If a Bracian Wild Flame explodes, it does 800 damage. And in order to cause that, you just need to kill them with fire damage. It can't be the impact damage. The impact damage doesn't cause the explosion. So yeah. So most of the time, you don't get to see it very often. But I did see a couple of them go off there, and it hurts. It actually hurts. Those Nafan Guards exploding hurts. Although the radius is very tiny, around about a unit size around the Nafan Guard, or it's really realistically units only directly adjacent to the Nafan Guard or Bracian Wild Flame. But wow, massive pickup for Full Metal. Invictus must be shaken from that engagement. Massive losses. I don't even think they picked up very much. Looking at the scoreboard right now, it was just a straight 200 units down, but probably picking up roughly around 40 units off of the defenders. Not good at all. That's a 5-to-1 exchange. Pretty devastating, if I do say so. But the unit deficit has swung only to about 40 units. So realistically, they should be both in a even position. Although we are getting shot here by Metallitors. Just throwing in some Rattan round shields. Again, one of the weaker units I have seen. not really a good unit, if I do say so. I don't even know why anyone brings the Rattan round shields. They're tankier than most tier 2s, but against any tier 3s or tier 4s, they don't even have any damage at all. Realistically, I kind of want... No, it doesn't. Oh, wait. When they explode? Yes. Yes, they do. Resident Wild Flames and Nafan Guards, when they explode, it does friendly damage. I I know this because I tried to get those guys to explode. One time back when they were first released, I had my Bracian Wild Flames inside a spear militia. It got hit with a scorpion, and the whole thing died. The whole spear militia unit died, and it was from me because I got friendly fire damage. Madao versus Madao. We have some flames in here. Does look like it's from the Bracian Wild, probably from the Bracian Wild Flames. But does look like they're pushing through it. The engagement is to be in the favor of the attackers. The attackers also pushing onto this C point as well. The engagement does look good for them there, but the odds are mounting as the battle wears on, even down to some tier 2 units being brought out. Doesn't look like the push towards the supply is successful, and more units have been swapped out. That's going to be brutal. But reinforcements from another Madao unit and some leftover Palace Guards that were still fighting on does look like the battle here at the C point has also ended up in a failure. Both exchanging very closely, in fact. I think the exchanges are going to just be a couple, maybe tens, half units, a lot of half units definitely going to be remaining. Whether or not the attackers will be able to deal with them in a third and final attack. I'm going to call it the final attack because I do not believe Invictus is going to have anything left in the bank, anything left in the tank when they come for this C point in the last 4 minutes. Not to mention, I'm already seeing some low-tier units coming out from the attackers. Attackers, realistically, should never bring in low-tier units unless it's for a strategy. Nice rush! Going straight for that C point as they're resupplying. Give no rest for the wicked. The defenders going to charge forward, throwing their heroes onto this C point as reinforcements comes in. Some Greyhair Garrisons, Ironcap Swordsman, and can't spot it, but it looks like Palace Guards, some Madaos, and another set of another set of Greyhair Garrisons. One of the Greyhair Garrisons have pulled off as they split their forces. Very strange Treb, but it might work out. Madao's also rocking up that long-range charge from Ironcap Swordsman. Gonna charge through. They're going to rely on some grape shots as the battle continues. Put them down, shoot them through. The Madaos need to be stopped. Here comes some Palace Guards, although realistically they needed to shifted the charge towards the left flank here, the closest flank. Shoot those grape shots. You need those grape shots firing. Unfortunately, the battle is dragging on. The attackers are running out of good troops. Invictus not doing very well here. Getting beaten up just because of the troops. They've already lost all of their grape shots. They're not holding a line very well. Madaos are rocking up. You have a chance. Set up your second set of lines. Do it there. Set up the grape shots. You are in a bad position. The bad position needs to be changed. Get your grape shots up. You might be surrounded. You're going to get surrounded. I take that back. This looks like the Madaos and look like Imperial Pike Guards are just going to be knocked out of the field as they get surrounded by Greyhair Garrisons and Madaos. An Imperial Pike March of their own. The defenders are going to crush this attack at the C point. Nothing left now. Just a wait for death. Last 2 minutes to go. I do not believe anything that Invictus has in reserve is going to win them the day. Very unfortunate for their attack, but they still have one more battle. Whether or not it goes to a tiebreaker, it's up to Invictus to hold the defense. A good defense out from Full Metal. Full Metal, wow, just the Brazier Wild Flames, underestimated, just underestimated for me. I'm constantly underestimated how effective Brazier Wild Flames can be and has been. One too many times, or I've seen Nafan guards change the battlefield, but I've never seen a I've never seen an entire army just get knocked over like a good old Thracian Wildflame burning ground. Because the difference between the Nafan guards and the Thracian Wildflame is that the Thracian Wildflames throw their canisters and light the ground on fire. That means the entire area will cause all the units inside of it to get frightened. The Nafan guards impact damage, so they'll do a lot of damage. They will also frighten. That means Nafan guards are extraordinarily difficult to push through. But if the Brazian Wildflame create a kill zone and you are able to take advantage of that kill zone, that is massive. The kill zone created by a Brazian Wildflame is extraordinarily strong. And in that tight corridor, you just watched Invictus fall like flies. And we have victory! Victory for Full Metal. Congratulations. We'll get to see them fight yet again. So Invictus really needs to improve their game for this next battle. Rightly so. The ball throwers are more into crowd control than like Imperial Pikes. They cannot kill like Nafan guards. Yeah, the Nafan guards definitely have higher kill potential, but crowd control, ball throwers, those canisters, the ground flame. So top line only, top line Nafan guards. I mean, top line Bracing Wild Flames are basically like if you had a musket, but it's caltrops stunned. That's basically what it is. That's basically what it is. Instead of it slowing down everyone, it now stuns everyone. How how insane? How insane would you go? Not to mention the damage is actually higher. I think it goes 450 when you first light on fire, then 150 fire damage for the next 2 seconds or something. Ticks like 3 times. Hi, Wolf King. Oh, do you mean the commentators on the developer stream? Yeah. The developer stream really not that good at commentating so far. I guess it's because they don't play their own game, and I mean that's constantly a meme in the industry where developers don't play their own game. But I also think it's also to do with the fact that English is actually not their first language. They write better English than me, but they probably don't talk as fast as I do. And I'm also a player of the game, so I tend to be able to articulate in-game mechanics much better than they can. Surprisingly, when you think that developers should be able to understand their own mechanics better. I'll be right back, folks. Gonna go send you for a short minute. What do you mean, Wolf King? This game is now garbage. Updates have made the game worse. Okay, so you're talking about the... Okay, so the game itself is getting worse. I mean, they're adding in new mechanics kind of thoughtlessly at the... So, I don't... I understand your sentiment. I hope the game gets better, but at the current progression, it does seem like the game's getting worse. But at the same time, you have to also realize that the developers dug themselves into their are digging themselves into their own hole. Their strategy for design is to make every single unit unique, which is bad. Bad, 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 bad. The reason that's bad is that each unit doesn't need to be unique. It doesn't need to have some kind of boulder dash selling point. Each unit can be a carbon copy of another unit. That's why the tier system works, because you have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. You can literally have a unit from 1 to 4 be carbon copies. You can have a tier 1 unit that's the exact same as a tier 2 unit, that's exactly the same as a tier 3 unit, that's exactly the same as a tier 4 unit, and all of them function and do the exact same thing, have the exact same abilities. But you can argue which one is more effective. And you can use each one differently to a different extent. But if each unit is dynamically unique here, and they all serve a different function or have a different strong point that you can take advantage of, the stats become less of a selling point, and the abilities are more on the focus. So if each unit needs to be unique, you get some tier 5s which are wholly unique, that's uncomparable to anything before it, and now you get these situations where just you see medals in spades. Look at them. All medals, in fact. Hello, Bolmark. Well, that's my opinion. I think the developers introducing too many unique mechanics or unique units that you're driving away the core aspect of strategy. I quote unquote strategy because realistically strategy revolves around just abusing the mechanics inside the game in order to gain the advantage here. And I mean, like, the fire is a massive tactical advantage. And what's this? Invictus not bringing any Nafan guards. They're bringing a Tertial along. That's interesting. One Nafan guard out for the full metal. I don't know how Invictus is going to be able to win an infantry match if they do not have a flame unit. Flame units are really key units that turn the tide very easily. They'll have to make up for it with effective use of the Metaletors. What's also interesting, Full Metal is 100% up on this wall here. Small wall. We got some Iron Reapers coming across. Grey Hair Garrisons are more than just loyal guards. They're a bunking unit in and of themselves. The difference between loyal guard... Okay, so loyal guards are a shield unit that has pike capabilities. But a Grey Hair Garrison is literally a shield, pike, and a sword unit all in one. Each of those units are way stronger than their comparative counterpart. The shield units Their block recovery is insane. Their block recovery is almost instant, and because they have CC immunity, even if you break through their block, they can instantly get they can instantly come out of the CC, which is the pierce state when you break through someone's block. We got some wall climbs from some village watchmen. But then you also have, fascinatingly enough, the longswordsmen who have are uniquely a unit who multi-hits. So, not multi-hits, hits multiple targets with each attack. Not to mention they have, like, multi-hit attack animations. I think the longest chain they do is 3 hits. And then you have the pikeman, who, surprisingly enough, has the range of a Fortebraccio. That, like, all of that culminated inside the Greyhair Garrisons makes them one of the strongest units you'll ever see. I'm just sad that that they didn't do 3 veterancy lines and made it so that you could get a pure Greyhair Garrison, and that would have been good. It would have been so cool. Like Greyhair Garrison Shield, Greyhair Garrison Sword, Greyhair Garrison Spear. That would have been so amazing. Does look like the siege towers are not making very much progress. We're looking at some culverins and some Metallators shooting down these siege towers. We're heading on towards the 6-minute mark, where it will be a bit of a struggle. I think if they can get these siege towers up, there'll be around about 5 minutes to go. If they're relying on if they take down these siege towers one more time. Instead, Full Metal going straight through the front gate. They are here en masse. Doesn't look like Invictus were ready for this. I take that back. They did have a token force behind this front gate. In this case, the supply point is not open towards the attackers. Barreling straight through a condottieri, straight through another pike militia. Some condottieri is going to charge straight in. But I do believe those Medals and Imperial Pike March constantly walking. What is this? A triple Imperial Pike March. One after the other. Wow. Good coordination coming out from Full Metal. Full Metal blocking up that left-hand stairs. Up and onwards towards the B point. Good job. I don't even need to go to the A point. As long as that B point gets captured, I would actually send my forces towards the C point. Forget about the A point. You know the enemy is going towards the A point. Nice switch around. We're going to see the ground battle here happen as well. Greyhair Garrison's coming up the rear with a Imperial Pike March. Does look like they still want to take this supply. They do want to take this A point. We have Iron Reapers in the back of these Greyhair Garrisons on the A point. The A point is only being held by Greyhair Garrison. Some Medals have braced on top of these stairs. Gonna get Imperial Pike marched. Nothing left on the A point. Does look like the A will also get captured, but with these towers now also up. We have reinforcements available for the attacking forces. This is good. Invictus needs to decide whether or not to keep fighting or to retreat. Does look like a massive retreat coming out. This is good as well, because Invictus didn't overcommit. But very surprisingly, a push through the front gate by Full Metal, able to get the A and the B point. Just before they were going to pass the 4-minute mark. I'd say the 4-minute mark. I forget how much time you get from the A and the B. Pike Militia, condos. Yeah, I understand your sentiments. Invictus did not realistically have very strong forces up on the A point. Pike Militia holding the gate. Pike Militia and condos. So, What did Invictus gain? Probably a little bit of time. They probably still have a lot of their good troops still in reserve, and Full Metal might have taken quite a bit of damage as they were trying to force their way through. But at the same time, I think Invictus didn't put up a good enough fight in order to catch enough of the guys going to A. For what it's worth, the trade could be fairly even, since I'm pretty sure a lot of the frontline units are fairly undamaged. Pike Militia, between the Pike Militia and the Condottieri, not dishing out kill-worthy amount of damage. Mortars like crazy. This supply point is a hot seat. You don't want to be there, and you never want to be there with all of these mortars. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mortars deployed by Full Metal. Absolutely raining down here on this supply point. This longbow trying to take out one of the mortars. It's going to take a good while. Does go down, finally. I'd say you're probably better off at shooting Metallators at these things. Getting hit like crazy, not the situation anyone likes to be in. I definitely retreat out most of my guys, or hide behind some of these stations. The worst thing is that they can still provide covering fire. I would definitely have some ammo left on those mortars, and then have one guy shoot them all, and have everyone go towards the C point, because the C point should definitely be a good opener here. But what I keep saying about Wall Fort, it all depends on how you split push. Force the defenders in a bad situation. We have a force here at the C point, not willing to fully engage yet. We have a force here on the supply point, about to fully engage here. They're on the supply point, and fire is raining down still. The major engagement is kicking off. Imperial Pike March, massive Imperial Pike March, comes in with a lethal march to the side. Lethal march on the side, gets knocked out. 100 humans in the back. Sacrificial 100 humans. Nafan Guards finally rock up. Wow, what a difference between having those key units in the engagements. The pushes are amazing right now. The C point is falling. The supply point is falling. Invictus doesn't know what to defend right now. They've thrown in another Madao, but it is useless. Unless you knock out those Nafan Guards, there is no way you're going to win. The C side barely won here. We're looking at just a leftover Imperial Pike. Probably does not have the march. Another Imperial Pike, probably fresh. Probably didn't even make it to the C engagement. Doesn't look like it's marching, though. That's the surprising thing. This supply point is gone. Invictus, massive losses on all sides here. C point was pretty much a loss. The supply point is a loss. Cut your losses. No point in defending C. The worst thing you can do is defend a C when the attackers have the supply point. Even though you have 5 minutes left, you still have 700 units. Leaving those medals to be left over. This Treb is going to hit their own. I think they were expecting Invictus to fully defend. Some Imperial Arquebusiers on the field. Good strategy, suppressing that, having some range units on the field. Invictus might be able to pick something up, but those Nafan Guards on the front makes it very difficult. Nice shot out from those Imperial Arquebusiers, just demolishing whoever that's on the front there. Where's the volley fire? Volley fire will be hands down the best in this scenario. No shields at the front for Invictus. Invictus falling like flies. Now getting flanked by some Medals. What a waste of units here. Could have been a good pickup, but it's just they don't have those key units. Key range units. Where are your ranged units? Nafan Guards out for full metal. We've got Imperial Arquebusiers out for full metal. This is going to be an easy cap for the A point. They didn't even need to resupply. They were ready from the get-go when they took when they took C. Barely any resistance now. This Treb is going to be very terrible. Gonna actually hit their own Palace Guards. $400-odd units. Invictus is going to be kicked out here. I do not believe they can hold for 6 whole minutes. Grape Shot now being deployed. We have Medal's in spade. Only one. Iron Reaper's going to deal with those Palace Guards anyway. Here they come, smashing right through the center. Maybe the tidal wave will come in the end. I just saw some Namkhans being deployed, some Medals being deployed, but it's going to be a bit slow. Really need to get onto this point, but only 6 heroes left. One more short sword's about to go down. I do not believe that they can cut through this line of infantry fast enough in order to get onto this point. But this short sword doing an amazing job. But he does go down in the end. And come on. Just going to finish it up. Oh, well. Oh, well. Windows captured. Full metal. Congratulations. Nicely done. Although the finish was a little bit jaggedy. Definitely good performance out for Full Metal here. Full Metal definitely got both the units, got the tactical superiority. What I like to see is a simultaneous attack at the C and the supply point. Make the enemy guess which side needs more reinforcements. Make the enemy guess which front they need to commit to. Both sides basically failing. The C point was basically a failure because they didn't crush it. The supply point was an absolute failure because they lost it. And in the end, the C point was lost. In the end, Invictus had no leg to stand on. Again, no key units to support any of their infantry mass. The infantry mass was a wall that was broken down very easily by those key units. Those Nafan Guards, those Imperial Arquebusiers from the sea to the base. Very key units to make sure that those guys were eating it hard. But I believe that is all for today. I think that is all for today. We did get to watch 2 sets of battles. We'll be able to watch the whatchamacallit calls it. We'll be able to watch the MENA division semi-finals and finals in the afternoon today in roughly around about 8 hours from now, my time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I think they have a chance to be in the top 4 if they keep this kind of gameplay. For sure. I do not doubt that Full Metal is going to be a top ranker. I'm pretty sure they'll get into the semi-finals. I'm guessing they'll go that far. Well, I mean, like, top 4 is the semi-finals, sorry. So, there is one other person I did like watching. I forget who it was. The South America division I watched yesterday was also extraordinarily impressive. Although tactically I would say a little bit less so than Full Metal. Full Metal is definitely shaping up to be one of the better teams in the South America division, and I do not doubt that Full Metal is probably going to take it very far. But yeah, that's all for today. I'm not sure what I hope you guys enjoyed the show. But other than that, I'm going to book on out of here. for a little while. I might pop in for a little bit of a stream just before the MENA Division Finals pop up in around about 8 hours. It will be it's 5 o'clock my time, which is UTC plus 8. The official MENA tournament actually starts somewhere. Blah. Where is it? 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 I have it right here, actually. So yeah, this is just a shameless promotion up for the next set of battles coming in at the what my face calls it, the well evening for me. So we'll be seeing a next set of matches between RK, RB, and then the finals against RK. So the finals is the best of sevens, which I read just recently. That's going to be a long ass stream if I do say so. But that is all for today. I'm gonna catch you guys a little. I'm gonna catch you guys a little bit later. Ah. Oh no 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 no. UTC plus 3. Sorry, my face is covering it, isn't it? The UTC plus 3. So my time. So it's around about 8 hours from now. Around about 8 hours from now. So I hope to see you guys there at the MENA one. Please do come, because what's very important is that there is a. Please watch the developer one as well, because there is a unit attire that is in the finals rewards for the campaign. In the Twitch drop, there is a unit attire, so do come along. I hope to see you guys there. But I also hope you guys enjoyed my commentary. But that is all for today. I'm gonna catch you guys another time. So, that's all. Because my name's That Guy, and